So this first piece, as Carl had mentioned, I wrote from the perspective of Viola. So this first piece is her kind of closer to the beginning of the show when she thinks her brother is dead. So here we go. To Sebastian. What if my heart was gone and I'm left by myself to dream of the day when you were still by my side? I couldn't even begin to know where my pleasure did go. I want to try to find it. I'll sleep in the folds of my innards just so I can be left alone. Ugh, I'm dying now. Death or groundedness? Shall I lean into a slow breathed descent into the shell of a quiet corpse? Or should I try to speak to the parts of me that get lost in the loud because I can finally hear them? Do I even listen? Why should I believe me after all? I pick and I prod, I look and I run away. Then I remember. Every time I feel loud, you'll be in peace. You'll be a king amongst the clouds with the stars shining down. So if you don't look at me from above as my dreams rip away at the seams, I'll be here now. I'll bear your honor. This next piece is to Duke Orsino. Crying out to be held by a stranger. What a strange desire. I want to be held by a stranger. If I knew you well, really well, I'd let you look through my window whenever you'd like. Lighten up, lover. Hold me tight. Another touch. A different rhythm. I crave to touch you whenever and wherever I want. I want to feel your hands trying to come through to me. Will you ever want me to plant seeds for my roots to bloom into your own secret garden? Even in madness, if I try to dig them up or try to tear them down, will your hands hold mine close to my heart and crown? Why can't I hold you? Why won't you let me? What do you mean it hurts most when I let you down? Oh, my mirror, my lie. I can't truly say that I see what you see when I look at the world through a man's eyes. Aside from a shakeup of familiarity into something a little bit more daring and different. Something to pull out of the dullest rhythm. I see it now. I have it in me to be wild and free. I said I would surrender to it all, so surrender I will. It's time to do the scariest thing I know. Sit with myself in the dark. Come back to the water. Return to her in gratitude for its powers to penetrate so deeply into every part of our being, silk into the soil, enrich our skin, our eyes, cleanse our palates with new. Go to the source that you can visibly see right through. So I call on the winds and the rains and fires, both wild and tame. I call earth by a new name as the air flows and lifts my now steady hands. I won't try to hurt my soul. I'll hold my full-hearted aches for you close and I'll never let go. I won't be afraid to run to the dark of my soul, all in the midst of a lie. Leave it up to me to show her your tender world. Show her how to channel her fears and silence her lies. For you. And this last piece is to Olivia. There are kings and queens among us. I dare you to ask me. Ask the uncomfortable questions. I won't answer. I want to honor the ones who had uncomfortable encounters with people who crushed their necks out of fear, or chased them down, or assume they're violent because of the way they love. We can't forget why you won't have the uncomfortable talks, the least deadly comfort, the squirms and pings of painful truths, reactions, assumptions, past experiences, beliefs knock around our insides. How do you let it out? With sentences? With hurt? Ignorance? Violence? I don't understand why it's not okay to ask for space. So ask. No. Demand. Demand your peace. Stand up, Olivia. Mock the men. Make them weep the way you've longed to weep in peace for your brother. Leech what you can.
Wonderful, Adina.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Bravo! Bravo!
To us.